G'day everyone, Alex here from X-Tac Australia. Every now and then we get a knife that comes in that's really unique, and this is one of those knives. So this is the M-Tech Tactical Straight Razor Knife, a really different fixed blade knife. So today I'm going to be reviewing it and sharing some of the features, what you should look at if you are considering buying one of these. So here we go, let's jump into the specs. It's 8 inches overall, so it's quite a small fixed blade knife, to be absolutely honest with you. So the steel has this really cool silver finish over the top. So it's not quite mirror polished and it's not quite a satin finish. It's just more authentic to the original steel itself. So being an M-Tech, they tend to go with the same steel for almost all of their knives, and that's the 440 stainless steel. So it adds really good corrosion resistance, good protection against rust, and easy to sharpen as well. Now, obviously, the star of this knife is the blade shape. So it's referred to as a razor blade shape, but it's quite cleaver-esque, if you know what I mean. So I'm just gonna take off this protective cap that just protects that edge. So if you can see it properly on camera there, it goes all the way to the end with this quite unique kind of cutout concaving of the tip of the blade anyway, giving it that really cool razor aesthetic. But yeah, it's definitely cleaver-esque. Now, one thing that I also like about this knife is they've included the G10 handles, which is nice. It's something that I look for personally. G10's a fantastic material, and they've included these not really aggressive, but aggressive enough cutouts to give the handle just a little bit more grip, and everything else on the negative space of the handle is very lightly texturized. It almost feels like sandpaper, to be honest with you. So as you can tell, this is a full tang design. The blade is a one-piece construction all the way through the handle with the G10 slabs put onto the sides, and it also comes with a ring, a finger ring. So to be honest with you, I'm not one to play around with knives. I'm not one to mess around with them. They're strictly functional tools or collector pieces for me, but I know a lot of guys who do military training and things like that that do use these finger grooves to be able to quickly maneuver and change positions, which I'm most definitely not going to attempt now. So, but yeah, essentially being able to rotate it into the reverse grip as well for some cuts like this, but that's definitely not something that I'll be attempting right here today. The knife has these 3 little holes that have been machined in. This has 2 functions, very easy to understand. It's to lighten up the blade. Instead of using a fuller, they're just going straight through the middle, because most of the tension will be down towards the razor. You're not doing any push cutting. It's not going to weaken the knife's structural integrity by putting these holes up the top rather than having a fuller. And the last thing that I've noticed that these holes tend to do when I'm using knives anyway is if you're cutting things that's got moisture in it, for example, a tomato or an apple, or even just a sappy piece of branch, this allows air to come into the back of the whatever's left and stuck to the blade, so you get less things sticking to the blade if you're cutting down quite a few different slices as well. That's just some practical stuff that I've noticed anyway that I thought I would share. Now let's jump onto the sheath. So this is the standard M-Tech nylon sheath that you see on most of their knives, but obviously it's customly shaped. Customly? Is that a thing? Is that a word? It's customized towards this particular knife shape as well. So they're not really using this sheath for any other knives, which they kind of tend to do if a knife fits the right specs. So I will put the knife into the sheath for you. So obviously if you're going to put it in, you want to match these angles. So we're going to go in this way so it fits right up close. And then we've got our clip over here that goes straight through the loop. So there you go, guys. This is the M-Tech Tactical Straight Razor Knife. Very unique style of knife. We don't get a lot of knives that have that razor blade shape. So if you're looking for something unique that's quite affordable as well, under the $30 range, this is definitely something that you should consider. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.